What's going on, guys? What's going on, Alex? Scuba, Jack, Obsidian, thank you guys. GE Outbreak is live. I know, we are getting really close to 10K. That's actually nuts. I'm still trying to figure out what we are going to be doing for that. Doing good, Alex, thank you. Alright, so we're going to go over the reset today. Let me just go grab a supply drop real quick. Just to warm up and chat. Let people come in. We're gonna head over to the terminal first, and then we'll showcase what's going on over there. Pizza party? Is that what my loyal employees deserve, is a pizza party? Alright, we're gonna start off at the equipment vendor. So, like I said on my community post earlier, I'm just gonna go over the vendor reset this week as a live stream instead. We're gonna see how this goes, mainly just because I haven't been feeling well. I honestly completely forgot yesterday to do this. I was playing some of the Tarkov 1.0 and then I fell asleep pretty early, so we're gonna go over the reset after this. If I do switch over to Arc Raiders, it's going to be a completely different stream. I'm just going to have this as the vendor reset, and then once the VOD is done, I will leave timestamps in the description of that VOD of like when we actually started and what piece we're covering at what time. So if I'm feeling up for Arc Raiders, we'll switch over to a different stream. I'll let you guys know, but we'll go ahead and jump into the reset now. First time catching live during time zones. Love that you keep this awesome series alive. All the love. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. What's going on, Goonie? Will there be a video about the global event? Yeah, I don't plan on making any more. Just the ones that I already have up. I did them the last time they came around, so you can check those out. Or we have a lot of resources in our Discord too that you guys can take a look at. Alright, so we're going to start off here. Let me get my list here. So here we have a large suppressor with 19% crit damage, 2% accuracy, 3% crit chance, 44 reduced threat. Ideally, you'd want headshot damage here, but the actual crit itself, these are all maxed out. I think accuracy can go up to 2.5, but that's pretty rare. So this is a good option to pick up. You can use it for Deadeye if you don't have anything else, but Predator's Mark is where this is going to shine, and pretty much any kind of PvP build, this is what you're going to want to use. So definitely a good option this week. It is for Phoenix credits, but it is what it is. Head over here to the advanced weaponry vendor next. At the base of operations. So there is an MP5 here that's actually pretty good. You could use this for PvP. It's got responsive, vicious, deadly. You can change anything here that you need to. If you're going to use this for pred, you probably can't use responsive. Unless you're going to use this for a hybrid build, you could honestly leave it how it is, and it would work out pretty decent. Obviously, vicious would have worked better on the bottom and deadly on the top, but this is still a good option if you're just looking for a decent SMG. And then we have this loud vent break, as you can see. All the rolls that you possibly want, we're only half a percentage off on, or we're 0.5% off on headshot damage. Ideally, we'd want 6% here, but this is still really, really good. Make sure you guys pick this up. I will probably be going through. I don't think I actually need to replace any of these. I could probably check real quick. Yeah, so mine are the exact same. I'm pretty sure they're going to be like that on all my characters too. Yeah, the exact same. So just make sure you guys get those. They are really good to be picking up. We're going to head over to the gear vendor over here. Let me just grab some stuff while I'm here. Make sure you guys hit your scavenger crate. Decent stuff from that. So we'll start off at the weapon vendor. This vendor has a heavy mag spring. Really, really good for Lone Star. It's maxed out on crit chance and damage, which doesn't pop up very often. And we've got 11% rate of fire. I believe it goes up to 11.3. So this is a really good pick. Make sure you guys get that. And then we have a decent pair of Savage Gloves here as well. The armor is really low. It's going to take a lot to optimize these, so you could just craft them instead and probably get a better pair. And these ones are going to be stuck on stamina, not firearms, because you're going to roll pistol off for critical hit damage. But these are still a really good option. Next, we are heading over to Camp Clinton. We've got one item to check out over there. Yeah, I'm running Lone Star. Camp Clinton we have... Oh yeah, I was just going to showcase the Liberator. It's not the greatest, but you can make it work if you don't have like a good lightweight M4 or anything. Sustained, deadly, destructive. You can make this work for Predator. Just roll sustained off for vicious. And you can use this. It's not going to have that maximum crit like with Adept or Fierce. But you can still make this work for sure. So I just wanted to show that one off. Next we're going to head down to Camp Hudson. Let me get some music going. Oh, I didn't even see that Real Gold was live today. Is today Tuesday? Oh, I thought it was Wednesday. Alright, Camp Hudson, we're checking out the gear vendor. It was a mod, I think, yeah. Got a firearm damage to elite mod here. We are under 200 and we're not at 4%. Someone was asking me, well, a lot of people have been asking me if the 4% even exist anymore. They definitely do. We haven't had a firearms 4%. It's been at least a year, if not longer, since we've gotten one. Because obviously I have them. I don't remember getting them, and it must have been before I was even doing the vendor reset videos when we did get them. So they definitely exist. They are just very rare. I've only gotten on PC maybe 2 or 3 damage to elite mods to drop just from activities. You get them a fair amount in the 29 bracket, but that's just because there's really only so many mods you can get in the 29 bracket. There's also just far more purple drops down there, and those ones are only going to go up to like 90. They're like 96. They're not going to be very high. I don't think you can get a 4% either in 29. So unfortunately, this one is under 200. We do also have an electronics one that I'll be showing you guys a bit later. So we're going to head... Actually, Oh no, it is not our next one, but we are heading to Madison stand next. Madison stand, we do have an electronics mod here though. Really good for tactician builds. I actually need to make sure that I can't upgrade to these ones. So we have 266 and 3184 skill power. Perfect to be throwing on your tactician builds for your BFB and seekers and stuff like that. You can also use these on healers such as Reclaimer. I personally use electronic skill power. I'd rather my team have like the best healing that they can than get my station back faster, because triage is going to do that for me anyway. So check these out. Make sure you can't upgrade. Do I have a tactician build on here? I have a Reclaimer build. Oh, I do use skill haste in PvP, I guess. Oh yeah, and I've got one Firewall mod to unlock the talent, because this is like for last stand. Not the greatest character to be showcasing. Oops, didn't do that. So we're heading to the last call next, is our next safe room. What's going on, Link? Yeah, we haven't been getting lucky with our damage to elite mods lately. What's going on, Jim? Alright, last call. We have an extended mag here. So extended mag is at 118.5. The main reason why we recommended this one is because it's maxed out on... I think this is max reload speed, and it is maxed on crit chance. This little number is not going to make that big of a difference. Like, I'll even show you guys for an example. So I've got the house here, right? So I've got, what's my mag size here? Will it tell me in the mod screen? Yeah, so 66. If I change to a 118 instead of a 120, I lose 1 bullet. So it's not a big deal. It's not going to make that big of a difference, and you're going to benefit in that extra damage because of this reload speed and maxed out crit chance. As you can see, the one that I have is 2.5 and not 3. So that's why we recommended this one. Really good one to be using. I just prefer the way that I have it set up. Our next stop is the Firewall, which is here somewhere. Firewall has 2 items that I'm recommending. One of them, a Relentless backpack. Just one second. Relentless backpack has electronics rolled already. Crit damage, ammo capacity, just roll crit damage over to skill power. And then you're good to be setting up with a tactician build using this. Next we have, I think it's the performance mod, right? Oh, there is a pulse crit chance mod here. I'm not really covering these anymore because it's kind of self-explanatory. If it's a 2%, you make sure you grab it. Or, I don't know, you just don't use these for much of anything, so at least I don't personally. Oh no, it is this electronics mod, so here's the other damage to elite mod. 194, again under 200. 3%, bit unfortunate, but if you don't have any, make sure you buy them. They are going to make a massive difference on your build. Heading up to the Crypt. What's going on, B-Sigs and Tool? You guys are doing good. Is Lone Star or Striker better for PvE? Using 6-piece Lone Star with Big Al and it's kind of underwhelming. Striker's definitely going to have more DPS, technically. Lone Star's better for burst, I would say. But Striker, by far, is going to have the most enemy armor, so it's going to be better against, like, elites and stuff. This one has a 5.52 hollow sight. This is a crit chance, damage, headshot. This is really good to be throwing on your ARs for PvP, especially. I wouldn't really recommend this for a PvE build. I guess you could use it for Predator if you want to, but it's usually just better to use a critical hit damage sight for that, or a headshot scope. But this is good for PvP, if you guys want to use that. I think we're heading into the Dark Zone next, so... Ah, crap. The next one's in DZ09 Saferoom. I was really hoping I didn't have a safe room to cover, because I'm lazy. But we'll go there. shouldn't go in with Reclaimer. There's a manhunt down south. I definitely prefer the Big Owl for PvE. In PvP, it hits like a truck too, but yeah, it can be kind of situational. If you're not going to use cover for that extra damage talent, then you might as well just go with an MG5, like Montana is suggesting. Oh no, Lander Whisperer is not me. That is Op IRL. Make sure you guys check out his site too. Hold on. I mentioned his site in my last video. But definitely make sure you guys check out his website. He's put a lot of care into that. Alright, we're here. This one has, I think it was a Omega. Yeah, it was an Omega suppressor. Maxed out headshot, maxed out stability, maxed out crit. This one's honestly a god roll piece. I don't need Omegas, this is a PvP character, and then I think the ones that I do have, I have these ones, but I might need to double check my PvE character. Everything here is trash otherwise. I mean, this one's okay, but I think there's a better small grip somewhere. Yeah, the small grip is coming next. Definitely make sure you guys buy these. I know it is Dark Zone credits, but if you don't have, like, I'm telling you now, these are God-rolled suppressors. So if you don't have the credits for these, I would suggest farming for them and getting at least 2 of them so you have them for 2 guns on 1 character. If you've got more, awesome. If you need Dark Zone credits, just take out as many landmarks as you can. Landmarks give you 1,000. The enemies also drop, like, depending on what kind of gear you have on. Like, if you have Banshee, it'll give you more. But if you are just using regular gear, they'll drop anywhere from, like, 2 to, like, 500 credits per, like, not per enemy, but they will drop credits. And then, you can also do other things. If you want to dabble in PvP, you can just shoot someone a couple times, and then you will usually get credit for that when they die. You can also farm the sealed caches in the Dark Zone if you want to avoid them getting stolen. Because sometimes, like, if you do die by a player, they won't take, like, low-level caches, so you could use blue, you can take out blue or purple caches, and you can earn the same amount. This is also a big reason why we recommend running a 29 level character, because there's not very many people in the 29 bracket. So if you're looking for a bit more of a calming experience, you can go level up a character to 29, and that's where you can farm all of your Dark Zone credits, because you're not losing out on many credits, and there's, like, hardly anybody there, so you can farm caches without much hassle. 204 MDR, lower the gear score and farm bosses. Yeah, if you're broke on Dark Zone credits, highly recommend leveling a character to 29. I should probably make a video on how to do that properly, but there is a breakdown on the Discord and resources. And there might be some old videos out there on how to do it, I'm not really sure. I don't think there were many people covering the 29 bracket at the time. Sorry, Twitch, I'll try and keep the ads snoozed for as long as I can. Alright, 61st has that small grip. We have really good rolls here. So 19%, 2.5 stability, and 4.5 reload. The reload would ideally, we would like that to be higher. Still a really good choice. I personally am not a fan of the red ones. I prefer the black color. But if you don't care so much about the aesthetics of the weapon, definitely just get these. These are really good options. You can also buy, I think there's a blueprint for this week, actually. I don't really cover the blueprints anymore because my general rule of thumb is to just buy all the blueprints. Let's see. Both small grips are for sale, but they are level 33. So you'd be getting up to 18, I think. But you have that option if you want to craft them. It's only 1%. Next one is 42nd. has, oh, this is the other extended magazine. So this one is over 120. We got 120.5 with 2.5 crit chance and 4.5 rate of fire. Or sorry, 4.8 rate of fire. This is still a really good option. If you really want that extra bullet or two, you can go ahead and buy these instead of the 118s. I would definitely recommend the 118s over this one, just for the stats alone, but this is still a really good option too. 34th. No more safe rooms though, that's good. Got another electronics mod here. Electronics mod on skill power, I believe. Or skill haste, sorry, 265 on 3% skill haste. So I think mine were 266 on my reclaimer build. Yeah, mine are 266, so I'm not going to worry about these ones, but these are really good. If you are looking for something like this, you can use these on Tactician, Reclaimer, some kind of a healer build, Final Measure, whatever. You can use them on pretty much anything you want. If you don't want to buy these, you can definitely craft them. I think our last one is on 53rd. Yeah, it was 53rd. Alright, this vendor's got an ally heal. 6% first aid ally. I use these on support builds. Medics. Sorry, ignore my dog. This is one that I have set up for Last Stand. Rapid chest piece. And then all the mods I think are skill haste actually. Oh no, I do have some electronic skill power mods. But you can see I have 6% first aid ally on all of these. It's just going to increase the healing that this first aid heal, which is this heal. Any of these mods, this is what is going to increase the ally heal version. So, these are again one that you could probably craft if you don't want to spend the Dark Zone credits on, but if you have Dark Zone credits, you can just buy them here. Very convenient to have for any kind of healer build. And that is pretty much it. I would definitely recommend for things like because the main reason why I like to recommend Ops website, not only does he cover like the 29 vendor reset, if you guys are playing the 29 bracket, that's where all of that information goes. He also covers the premium vendors and the all of the vanity vendors. So he covers this vendor, like what this vendor is selling each day for the dailies, for the daily sales. He covers the blueprints, I think, for 29 as well over there. Oh, not the blueprints. No, he doesn't have blueprints listed there, does he? No, he doesn't. He covers the appearance, the level 26 pistols, level 29 ARs, level 29 vendor reset in general. He has a link to the last wave vendor reset, which is what everybody uses, and then the premium vendor. So he covers the appearance vendor here as well. Definitely recommend his website as a massive resource for that. I have 3 characters. I have them at level 30, means I gotta make a 4th one. Yep. Highly recommended if you're wanting Dark Zone credits. It's also a good spot to farm for Division Tech because in level 29, when you open up the Division Tech nodes, when you open up these boxes and dart in the 29 bracket, you get greens and blues, and you'll get like a chance at high ends. It's not very common. You're mostly getting green and blue. Once your division tech is maxed out for blue, which is at 4,000, once this is maxed out, every time you open up blue caches, or anytime you obtain blue tech from a cache, which is only from, I think purples give high-end tech down there. So it would be only blue caches. It starts converting that tech from those caches into high-end tech. So that's why I've been down there mostly farming tech. You can also just find a quiet server if you have a VPN, go to like Aussie and off hours, and you can farm quietly in there. If you've got a VPN, you can definitely have some wiggle room on what you're doing. But yeah, that's why I am farming for the blue tech down there. So I can eventually max out at this at 4K, and then every time I earn blue tech from caches, it converts over to high end. So it's a good way to do that. It's also a really good way to farm for blue and purple pistols. For your cool-headed pistols, really good way to do that as well, because they drop like candy down there. Still waiting on the god rolled black small grip. Crap garbage rolls on those. Yeah, it's only going to go up to 18, I think, unfortunately. I need anything, did I? Let me double check. Apparently I needed Lone Star knee pads and Deadeye gloves. Was that this character or the other character I need those? I mean, what did I want? Disrupt, burn, and shock. Oh yeah, I want burn instead of bleed. I mean, that's not really a big deal. Whatever, I'll just get the superiors, the empty credits. Excuse me. Yeah, my cough is coming back, and it's actually hurts really, really bad right now, so I'm doing okay so far, though, with you guys. Hungry hog? Hungry hog. It's a good roll, but I don't need it. Didn't get lucky with knee pads. Got Deadeye gloves. Terrible. Nothing good. Alright guys, I definitely want to play, we'll try out an Arc Raider stream, so I'm going to go ahead and end this one just because this is designated for the vendor reset. We went ahead and covered that. So I'm going to go ahead and end this one. And then we will go ahead and play Arc Raiders. I might not play for too long. We'll see how it goes. But I definitely want to hop on there because I didn't play it all yesterday and I'm having withdrawals. I want to work on the trials. Up, you're late. Didn't you have a... How are you feeling? Or I'll message you later if you don't want to talk about it here. No, we're just, I covered the vendor reset because I wasn't feeling well enough to do a video, so I'm gonna do a... We just did a live stream, talked about the stuff, and then I'm gonna switch over to Arc. So if you guys want to hop in for that, greatly appreciate it. If not, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. And then I will see you guys in a little bit that are staying.